and they don't sleep with me because I'm good looking. They sleep with me because they have so much fucking fun. They're like, fuck you, let's just fucking do. It's fun. And this is exactly the opposite of what I used to be. I used to be really serious, I used to be really dry, I used to just be very logical and analytical about it. I said, oh, you said that, but what do you mean when you said that, but now you did this? Dude, it's all about emotions, dude. If you want her to like you, make her feel good. And if you're an introvert, it's a bit difficult because introvert dudes, very analytical. And one very fast way to build attraction and unstereotype yourself when you're dating and going out with women which are really hot is that you disqualify them first. This is one of the most amazing things that, you know, it's just amazing to see, like, everybody makes this mistake. All guys make this mistake. They go on and it's like they want something out of it, especially if she's pretty, they want something out of it. And that is what messes everything up. So do completely the opposite thing. Like when I go on a date, man, I just tell the girl, like, hey, I just want to make something clear, I'm not gonna go on with you on the first date. You okay? And because I'm really playful and I say it with a lot of conviction, at first they do like, what the fuck? Then they even laugh. I said, well, I'm serious, don't pressure me. I don't want to do it on the first date unless you behave. I don't know, let's see what happens. And even through the whole night, that is how I do. So basically turn the table. Instead of being somebody who really wants something to happen, do the opposite. And now here's the thing, here's a tricky thing. When I work with my clients, I see they're not aware that they do this, they're not aware that they're needy, the tone of the voice changes. The thing they say is always, wow, this is really cool that you're here, I'm really enjoying time with you, let me get that. Or like when the check comes, they jump on the check they want to pay. Man, do everything opposite. When the check comes, I always tell the girl, hey, thank you so much, you didn't have to do it, but I really appreciate it. And I just stay back, I just smile and see what and their reaction is always funny. You gotta see them, like, they're shocked, especially if it's a first date. They're shocked, they look, they're like, what the fuck? And it's also a good test to see what kind of girl you're going with. And if I see she goes for it to pay, I just stop her. I say, you know, I can just go half-half, or I say, oh, I'm gonna pay for it. Depends on the girl. If she's Russian, I usually always pay myself. I usually don't work with many other nationalities. But anyways, make it look like you're the girl and she's the guy, and that's a big thing, man. If you don't go on many dates, if you work a lot and you very occasionally go on dates, naturally become like that, naturally become in a way that you really want that thing to happen. So turn around, and every time that before you open your mouth, before you say it, see how you can turn it around and say it the other way. And that's crazy, but it always works. Like if you watch my videos, you see this personality that I've put together, I've built. It wasn't like this from day one. From day one, I remember I was 18, 19, I was really scared of women. I was very insecure. I always wanted to, oh my God, just please text me, just please come with me. It was that then I saw it doesn't work, and I lost woman after woman after woman until I realized, holy shit, man, you gotta do the opposite. Yeah, this doesn't mean be rude, this doesn't mean be offensive, this doesn't mean be aggressive, this just means be playful. The check was a good example, I'm not going home with you is a good example. These are a bit risky to do on text if she hasn't seen you, so if you meet on Tinder, if you disqualify really hard on Tinder, she may just back off. But when you're on a date and you're sitting and there is a little bit of trust, then you can start disqualifying hard. Remember, it's either you or her who chases. Why not her? And ask yourself, every time you hear yourself talking in a way that, man, I really need this thing to happen, that's when you're going to stop. And I highly recommend record your voice when you go on a date and listen to it later. That's how I got really good. I used to record and I listened to my conversation and I'm like, wow, man, the tone of my voice is really bad and needy. This is 2003, 2004 when I was in Australia. So record yourself, listen, and if somebody looks at you from far, if you listen to that conversation, it should look like she's hitting on you. It should look like she's really trying to make it happen. Okay? And there are a lot of examples. Now, let me, before finish it, I have a few funny phrases I can give you as well. I just say this, like, when I see she's having fun, maybe after half an hour, we're having a good time, or maybe first let's finish, I'll send a text or say something like, hey, at what point did you realize you like me more than you should? You know, it's really cocky and it's really funny, and if you say it playfully, it just does wonders, man. At what point in a relationship you realize you like him more than you should? Maybe if it doesn't make sense, you write it down and read it a few times, come back to you, check it out. That's really cool, that's really funny. Okay. Are you a sexual person or are you the kind of person who's closed off? Either way, I try not to judge you. See what I'm trying to say? Are you a sexual person? Are you a kind of person who's sexually closed off? Either way, I'm not going to judge you. Why these things cool? Why these things are cool? Because you say the two ends of the spectrum, and it's kind of an edgy thing to say talking about sex. And at the end, you say, oh, I'm not going to judge you. Like, they don't know how to take it. You know, man, the reason most guys fail with women is because they are predictable. The girl knows what he wants. The girl knows what he's gonna say next. So when you do things like this, or else, this is really funny, I'll say, hey, you know what? Usually after sex, I say, you know what? I can't believe I got used. I'm the victim here. You know, I can't believe you took advantage of me. You just wanted me for food and sex. You know, I'm somebody's son. You know, I'm more than a piece of meat. And you know, it's a funny frame, and that's why, dude. If a girl, like if me and a girl go to bed, dude, most of the time she's laughing, and they don't sleep in because I'm good looking. They sleep in because they have so much fucking fun. They're like, fuck you, let's just fucking do. It's fun. And this is exactly the opposite of what I used to be. I used to be really serious. I used to be really dry. I used to just be very logical and analytical about it. I said, oh, you said that, but what do you mean when you said that? But now you did this, dude. It's all about emotions, dude. If you wanted to like you, make you feel good. And if you're an introvert, it's a bit difficult because introvert dudes, very analytical, want everything to make sense. And with women, almost nothing makes sense. And it's just experience. And sometimes, man, like because we spend a lot of time around Russia, even the conversation is so funny, man. It's like I'm talking to a 4-year-old. Like the girl comes and I say, so today, how was your day? Where did you go? What did you do? And who did you see? And it works. And they talk. Say, oh yeah, I went to work, then I did that. And because man, I look at this girl, like the girl is 25, 26, and she got this, for example, then her notebook is like Hello Kitty. Her notebook is like these like brands that you think only like early teenager girls use, but they use too. So I just talk to them like that, or like I don't take any of this seriously. I don't take any of these conversations seriously. It's just about fun with somebody who doesn't really think. You know, she just feels things. She has to feel good stuff. Or if she tells you, ask her a question, like say, so what do you do for a living? She says, okay, a freelancer. Then you say, are you trying to impress me? I'm looking at her very serious. Are you trying to impress me? So put a trap when she falls and then open it up. She said, no, you asked. I said, like, look, I like you already. Like, you don't have to really do that. You know, I'm only impressed. You don't need to say things like that. And when you say this, again, I'm trying to teach you a personality. I'm trying to teach you a personality that works, and women have not seen this before. And these examples, like, they're amazing. Like, try telling a girl, hey, you seem emotionally aggressive. Why? You seem chaotic. You seem innocent. You seem... why do you hate short men? Then she says, I don't hate short men. Then say, have you ever slept with one? She's gonna say, oh, no. Then say, well, you obviously hate them. Or if she says, yes, I have, then you tell her, so you have no standards. See what I mean? These are traps. These are funny. These are playful. I got hundreds of them here. I just want to give you an idea of what is the frame. Dude, the frame is more important than what you say. Because if your frame is right, if the way you think about it is right, then whatever you say goes under the same category and automatically becomes good. Like I just write, I just think about it, and I make these when I'm in interaction. So this is not something that I sit home and say, okay, let me think what I can say. The best of this stuff, it just comes out when I'm talking for the first time. So I will record more about frames and different ways to be cocky funny. Go through this, write your own. If you want to learn how to converse, definitely join my online course. The link should be under this video, and I will see you in the next video.